Lads, bear with me. Yes people, the day has arrived where the transfer window finally closes, and despite already having signed a centre back, it seems like Arsenal have one more piece of business up their sleeves, as Southampton defender Cedric Soares is apparently on the verge of joining Arsenal. And let's just say this has caused a very mixed reaction. While some Arsenal fans think this is a smart transfer, others are just not sure about it. And I'll admit lads, I was one of those guys. But after hours and hours of research, and also a few YouTube compilations, I've decided this isn't as bad after all. I mean, let's not forget this is a player that was once wanted by Manchester United and Chelsea. Yes, that was back in 2018 and yes, that was 2 years ago. But hey, I don't make the rules. So with that being said guys, let's once again discuss Cedric Soares, and yeah, here are 5 reasons why he is perfect for Arsenal. Let's go. I think I need to get one thing straight. Maybe the use of the word perfect is a bit of an exaggeration. So let's just say 5 reasons why he's decent for Arsenal. Yo, what is going on guys? My name is Versatility and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another video, and today this is going to be the final transfer video, but hopefully a bit of a while. Now I can't lie lads, in terms of making transfer videos on a daily basis, etc, you know, making updates on a daily basis, new players linked to Arsenal and all this stuff, is getting a bit repetitive, and I am honestly glad to see the transfer window ending now. As a content creator, I don't want to become stale, I don't want to become repetitive, and I feel like with the transfer window I have become repetitive. So of course, if that is how it's come across, I do apologise. Regardless to say though lads, today we will discuss one final transfer, and that is the transfer of Cedric Soares to Arsenal. Now of course I made a video only a few days ago about the transfer and I gave you a bit more information about Cedric. But today lads, I will continue the series I've done so far in terms of Arsenal's last 2 big recruitments. And that is 5 reasons why they are perfect for Arsenal. I did the same thing when Arteta joined, and I did the same thing when Pablo Mari joined. So today we're going to talk about Cedric Soares and 5 reasons why he's perfect for Arsenal. In terms of, if I'm being honest with you guys, these are not reasons that, you know, I fully agree with and I'm definitely for this transfer. And as you can see from my last video, I'm not the biggest fan of the transfer. But at the same time guys, I'm making this video for you guys to understand there's a reason to why this transfer is happening. Quickly though lads, before we get into the video itself, make sure to go down there, smash a like on it. As always, if you make a smash 100 likes out of the park, your boy would appreciate it. Of course, it is the final transfer video. Also do subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. And as always lads, let me know your thoughts in the comments on Cedric Soares. Are you happy with the transfer? Are you not? And with that being said guys, let's get into this. Arsenal are on the verge, or maybe have already signed Cedric Soares by the time this video is out. So lads, without further ado, here are 5 reasons why he is perfect for Arsenal, or in my words, decent for Arsenal. The first reason why is his versatility. Now Cedric Soares is a player, of course, his predominant position is of course a right back, but at the same time lads, it's also worth knowing that Suarez has the ability to play as a left back as well. And of course lads, that makes him into a very useful player for Arsenal, because if you're getting a player who can be a right back and left back, those are 2 areas where Arsenal constantly have injuries in. If you look at the right back area, Hector Bellerin just come up from a long-term injury and he's not always been a player who's been constantly fit. And then if you look at the left back department, Kolasinac and Tierney are both currently injured, so that tells you all you need to know. So therefore for me, in terms of the versatility of Cedric Soares, it will be very useful for Arsenal, because having a versatile player in 2 areas that you clearly lack in terms of players that are fit, Cedric Soares then becomes a very useful player for Arsenal. So essentially what I'm trying to say to you, by signing Cedric Soares, we're not just signing a player to fill in a right back, but also a player to fill in a left back. We're signing a player that can cover 2 positions. And so reason 1 to why I think Cedric Soares is a perfect transfer for Arsenal is because he's a versatile player. He can play right back and he can play left back when needed to. On to reason number 2, and that is the fact that the man is Premier League proven. Cedric Soares has spent over half his career in the Premier League. The man is now 28 years old. So what that tells you lads, he's a Premier League proven player. We're not signing a player who's coming from a different league, a different environment. We're signing a player who's coming from the same league, from a team that actually right now is somehow higher than us. This is the same team that we played them back in a few months ago. They were bottom of the league. And now this same team, Southampton, are higher than Arsenal. What is the point of football, man? Now in terms of myself, I've said this before and I'll say it again to any new viewers watching the video. Arsenal for a while have needed to sign players that are Premier League proven, because mainly due to the adaptation period. When you're signing a player, especially in January, you want a player who can come to the team and adapt straight away and doesn't need time to settle in. And in Cedric Soares, for me, you're getting a player who's Premier League proven enough and is adapted to the Premier League enough to be a player who can go into Arsenal and hit peak levels as soon as possible, hopefully. We can easily sign right backs that are better from different leagues, but at the same time, are you getting a Premier League proven player? Because that is also a very key thing. I've said this before lads, if you look at the likes of Liverpool, if you look at the main key investments, Van Dijk, Mane and so, they are Premier League proven players. Liverpool didn't sign them from RB Salzburg. Liverpool didn't sign them from Celtic. Funny enough, lads, they actually signed them from Southampton. I'm not saying that Cedric Soares is going to be anywhere near as good as Van Dijk or Mane, but at the same time, it shows that when players are signed for Premier League teams, they take less time to adapt and can hit the ground running. And so therefore, reason number 2 for why I think Cedric Soares is perfect for Arsenal is because he is a Premier League proven player, and therefore the adaptation period is going to be a lot shorter. On to reason number 3, lads, and that is the fact that this is going to be a cheap deal. Now, in terms of the deal itself, it looks like it's going to be a loan deal, and the entire package in terms of wages as well, it's going to cost Arsenal £5 million. Now, I'm not going to come out like a baller and go, oh, £5 million, oh, light change for me. But in terms of Arsenal Football Club and the franchise we are, £5 million is not a transfer that I'm going, we are not breaking the bank to sign Cedric Soares. And in terms of the signing as well, it's a loan signing. The whole point of signing a player on loan is if things don't work out, you let the player go back. You do not have to sign him. We're not signing Cedric Soares on an obligation to buy. We're signing Cedric Soares on an option to buy. In fact, we're signing a player who's out of contract in the summer. So if things work out, you can sign him on a free. If things don't work out, you let him be free and sign whatever club he wants to. So essentially what I'm saying to you, lads, we are signing Cedric Soares on a trial basis. If the trial don't work out, don't buy the full membership. And therefore, lads, why this is a big thing for me is because this then becomes a very low risk signing. You're not investing heavily in a player, you're not putting down a lot of money with a player, you're signing a player on a short-term basis, and things don't work out, you can let him go and start over again and go find a better right back. I mean, just think about it, lads. Cedric Soares is a Premier League premium player. He's 28 years old, meaning he's entering his prime years, and Arsenal will be signing him for a pretty paltry fee of just £5 million. So for me, in terms of what Cedric offers to us, in terms of experience in particular, we can't get in other transfers. So for me, lads, in terms of how cheap the deal is going to be for Arsenal, it's pretty low risk, and if things don't work out, it's a loan, you can get rid of him and you move on in life. So for me, lads, it then becomes a bit of a no-brainer because you're signing a player to strengthen your squad, and it's not going to take a lot of money to do it either. Just think about it, how many times do you get a Premier League proven player who's 28 years old entering his prime years for just £5 million? It doesn't happen a lot. So therefore, reason number 3 is the fact that Cedric Soares is a very cheap transfer, because of course Arsenal don't have the big money to be spending. How on earth are Arsenal Football Club, who charge £5 for a coffee, broke? Reason number 4, competition for Hector Bellerin. Let's get straight, lads. The main reason for this signing is not just to replace Bellerin, it's mainly to provide the man competition. Of course, if you look into the player that Hector Bellerin is and the way he came through to Arsenal, he came through in Arsenal after an injury to Matteo Debuchy, and so it took that injury from Debuchy for Bellerin to break into the Arsenal team. But don't get it wrong, lads, all Bellerin was meant to be initially was just a short-term fix for as long as Debuchy took to get fit. But of course, what ended up happening was Bellerin took the team by storm, and they took the Premier League by storm, and man ripped it up. And for me, the best Hector Bellerin we saw at Arsenal was the 15-16 season when the man even made the PA Team of the Year, and that was because he had competition with Debuchy and Callum Chambers, and we all knew if Bellerin weren't performing, he would get dropped. But what ended up happening, lads, was that Bellerin became comfortable. He became too comfortable. And so what ends up happening when a player becomes too comfortable is the player thinks, I'm untouchable, no one's going to drop me, I can stay in the team, I can do whatever I want, drop stink after stink after stinker, and I'm not going to get dropped. Especially after Arsenal let go of Debuchy, there was no one else left there to compete with Hector Bellerin. And so Bellerin became very comfortable, and then it slowly but gradually declined in the performances. It's got nothing to do with his haircut. The fact that Hector Bellerin declined after the 15-16 season for me was the fact that he had zero competition. And all you have to do for me, lads, is look at last year. We signed Stefan Lichtstein, a 35-year-old has-been, but he's still a right back. And look at how Bellerin responded. He had a player there that if he wasn't going to play good, he was going to get dropped and Lichtstein was going to play. And so what happened to Bellerin? He reacted and he became one of our best players and our most pivotal players in the team. Of course, an injury came through in an unfortunate time. He got a ligament injury and he was out for a while. But what that showed me in that half season is that Hector Bellerin is at his best when he has competition. So that leads us back to, of course, Cedric Soares. If we were to sign Cedric Soares, we are getting more competition and much needed competition for Hector Bellerin. Because of course, if you look at our current other right back options, Chambers is injured, but he's not an actual right back, and Ainsley Maitland-Niles was always meant to be a makeshift right back. But even that makeshift right back has caused Bellerin to react again. Because of what Arteta has done with Ainsley Maitland-Niles, despite Bellerin being fit, Maitland-Niles has kept his place in the team. And so what Bellerin's done, he's reacted again in training, he's worked harder, and has forced Arteta to play him again. The whole point is Maitland-Niles is still a makeshift right back, he's not an actual right back. And so by signing an actual right back in Cedric Soares, you are then once again giving Hector Bellerin some competition. And so what that will lead us to, lads, is either a better Hector Bellerin or Cedric Soares will take his place. So, lads, reason number 4 is that Cedric Soares will provide Hector Bellerin with some much needed actual competition. On to the final reason, and number 5, and that is he's going to move Ainsley Maitland-Niles back into midfield. In many weird aspects, by signing Cedric Soares, we're actually strengthening our midfield. Because by signing Cedric Soares, we're now going to have 2 actual right backs, Hector Bellerin and Cedric Soares. And so what I'm expecting Arteta to do is move Ainsley Maitland-Niles from right back, because he's a makeshift right back, let's not forget, into the midfield again. In terms of Maitland-Niles, a right back, he was never meant to be a right back. Back, of course, in Arsenal Wenger's final season, Bellerin got injured, which he left the club. We had no more right backs, and Wenger had to play Maitland-Niles as a makeshift right back. And he was a makeshift right back until Unai Emery thought it was an actual right back. And despite Ainsley Maitland-Niles coming out numerous times saying, I don't want to play right back, it's not my actual position, Unai Emery persisted by playing him there, because of course Bellerin was injured. But let's not forget, lads, Maitland-Niles is still by trade a central midfielder, and in fact some of his best performances for Arsenal have been in midfield. I'm going back to that performance at Old Trafford in Wenger's final season when man put a man of the match performance at Old Trafford. We lost, but he still got man of the match. He bossed Pogba, he bossed Matic, and he looked like a very good midfielder, and a midfielder that Arsenal definitely could use. But since then, lads, of course, due to injuries, Maitland-Niles has had to play as a right back. And so what I'm hoping is by signing Cedric Soares as an actual right back, Maitland-Niles gets moved back into his actual position as a central midfielder. And in terms of Maitland-Niles as a central midfielder, he could offer us a lot of things. In terms of the profile player that Maitland-Niles is, he's a ball carrier. If you look at his few performances in midfield so far in his Arsenal career, he carries that ball with a fantastic dribbler and he can burst through the lines. And in many ways, he adds much needed pace into the Arsenal midfield again. We've seen him play as a deep midfielder in the free, we've seen him play as a box-to-box in the free, and for me, having played at right back and having learned how to defend, so he may now be also able to play as a double pivot. But being honest, lads, I honestly do see a bit of potential Maitland-Niles as a midfielder. I see a player there who wants to play midfield. Let's give him his chance there. If it flops, if it fails, you get rid of him, he don't play there again. But if it works, lads, we could have a gem on our hands. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Maitland-Niles can play in the Arsenal midfield? Because for me, lads, he will give us a ball carrier midfield that we most definitely need. But yeah, in terms of the final reason why I think Cedric Soares is perfect for Arsenal, because by signing Cedric Soares, indirectly, we're strengthening our midfield. And also strengthening our defence, because we're getting a decent defender who can also play left back as well. I've deeped it, I've thought about it, and I'm like, yeah, do you know what? It makes sense. So overall, lads, I'm not going to deny the fact that I've turned into a complete flip-flop, and now I think that the signing of Cedric Soares is actually going to be a half-decent one. And if it's not half-decent, it's only a loan, it's no risk, and you can send him back to where we found it. But if it does work out, lads, we have a bit of a bargain. Only time will tell, lads. But with that being said, guys, we're going to end the video there and there. Of course, if you have enjoyed the video, as always, make sure to go down and smash a like on it. 100 likes will be appreciated. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're under 10,000 subscribers. We are getting there step by step, day by day. So if you can subscribe to your boy would also appreciate it. And as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments on the video on Cedric Soares, on Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and anything else that you want to discuss in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on it. Of course, apologies if you come across as a fast speaker or if you can't understand me, lads. I'm trying my best to speak slowly. So lads, just please bear with me as I try to become a better overall speaker and a better YouTuber. But with that being said, guys, let's just end the transfer videos there and there. Lads, it's been another transfer window where Arsenal have been linked with a lot of players, got a few players, a few decent players here and there, maybe a few bargains and maybe a few flops. And there, lads, we have got what we need in terms of the centre back, and we've maybe got a right back as well that could be a bargain and could also some way strengthen our midfield. But with that being said, guys, my name is Versatility and I will see you very soon. Hopefully I can keep this consistency going, and hopefully I become a better YouTuber, and hopefully I speak slowly. Anyways, guys, I'll see you next time in a bit.